Glad you're back on our side, Drax. I got a feeling we'll need to go full destroyer on this one.
I shall be ready, Peter Quill. I have witnessed the threat posed by Magus firsthand. No one should suffer from its malignant lies. I owe all of you a great debt of gratitude. It'd be my honor to fight beside you with all of my might.
That's a lot of might. Groot agrees with you, Muscles.
Sounds like we've got ourselves a nice church butt-kicking party.
I only hope our guest agrees to join this buttock-striking celebration.
Gamora, are you okay letting Mantis fight the church alone out there?
She won't fight. She'll focus on evacuating people. Maybe they can all hide in the caves.
So she's just gonna let the church take over her homeworld?
Mantis would tell you that people matter more than the planet. And she knows that the church won't stop coming until we rescue Nikki.
You have great confidence in this celestial Madonna.
She's one of the few people I know I can trust.
Really? She freaks me out.
Because she's smarter than you?
And kinder.
Hey, that nickname makes my skin crawl. I'm furry, not fuzzy. Not even that little. Hey, Quill.
You seem like you're in a good mood.
Do I? I've got a great idea for a new blaster extension. Can't wait to put it together.
Well, now that the gang's back together and we've got a minute to breathe, I think you deserve an official thank you for what you did on Lamentus.
Quill,
I know you don't like that kind of sappy stuff, but I really mean it. Knowing about the crap those scientists did to you, not only does it make my blood boil, it puts everything into perspective.
come on. It was just a puddle.
I don't know if I could have gotten over something like that.
You saved their lives, man. You deserve a bit of praise.
You rode and saved your lives, and scientists were involved. I have many questions.
Yeah, well, save them for the next time we all get a drink together, buddy. Do I get a raise for this? One tick. Done. I doubt even you could break that.
All right. Let the waves of calm wash over me. And go.
That's not how that works.
Oh, Gamora!
Since when do you meditate?
I don't, but desperate times and all. Stuff's been a lot lately.
I get it. How the help me do I get it?
So, how do you use this then? In case, you know, Rocket asks.
Well, for one, it isn't about just holding it. You also need a comfortable place to sit, where you can be relaxed but alert, and focus on your breathing. Then you practice. A lot.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot more work than I was hoping for.
Anything worth doing tends to be.
So how do you do it?
Focus was something Thanos beat into us early on. But it wasn't until I lived with the priests of Palma that I realized how limited his version of meditation really was.
I can't picture Thanos meditating. I kind of always figured he was this egotistical tyrant.
Oh, he totally was. But Thanos also understood that aspects of meditation could be useful to his cause.
Like focus?
Focus, increasing overall awareness, pain tolerance. He came up with a series of exercises, fun little games for me and Nebula to compete in as part of our training. The worst part was, we didn't even know what he was doing until it was too late.
What do you mean?
Thanos' brand of meditation warped us, turned us into hyper-focused weapons. That way we were numb to the horrors of his agenda.
Killing people.
Assassination is just a different name for murder.
So how did you cope?
We made puns. Bad, stupid jokes to shout as we were killing people. The more terrible, the better.
Here, I thought you just had a really lame sense of humor.
Oh, I do. But it was the only way to survive. And it was something we did together, a new kind of competition, just between me and Nebula, to see who can make the other laugh.
That's really messed up, and yet oddly endearing.
Yeah, well, even bad puns can only get you so far before your conscience catches up with you.
How did you end up living with the priests of Palma? They're not exactly your kind of crowd with the whole pacifism thing.
Mantis introduced me to them last year, when I needed to heal. They helped me in ways I didn't think were possible.
Helped? How?
I guess you could say I was broken. Thanos, the war, working as an assassin, it'd take a toll on you. By the time Mantis brought me there, I was ready to give up. I mean, I was miserable. Convinced I was beyond redemption or worth. I truly believed I deserved to die.
But you didn't. Die?
No. There was this boy there. Akan.
The one you hugged in the village.
Akan was like me. Lost. His parents had died in an accident. He was combative, rebellious, the opposite of a pacifist. The priest thought it would be a good idea for both of us to work through our scut together.
And was it?
At first, not really. He was a pain in the butt. But over time, we came to rely on each other. Thanos had taught me how to meditate in the functional sense, but not in the spiritual sense. Like how to work through my trauma, caring for Akan. He forced me to reflect and process. And together, through mutual support, Akan and I were able to overcome our demons.
Wow. I had no idea meditation could be so intense.
Or beneficial?
Well, yeah, that too. I guess I should give it a go sometime. Although I'm kind of scared of what I'll find.
Who knows? You might surprise yourself. I know I did.
Yeah, maybe.
Quiet this cacophonous caterwauling.
Did he say something about cats?
Hard to tell over the music.
I don't think that's where Golden Boy went to.
He's in your cabin if you're looking for him, Peter.
I know. Hey, that one's from Lamentus. Does that mean it's a sacred plant? Groot, did you steal a sacred plant from Lamentus? Good thing we stashed Rocket's stuff in here. That weapons upgrade really saved our butts against Captain What's-His-Face.
You're welcome!
Did you reach Cosmo? It may be up to us to stop the Church in Nowhere. You ready?
He's worried about the mutt. Says it would be easier with his help.
I didn't think Cosmo would let the Church take over his station, but if they got the Cortex, then...
He is but one canine against the army of the converted.
I take it Groot didn't reach Cosmo?
No dice.
The tree is persistent. He will keep trying.
He was the most convinced we could bring you back, you know? I don't know if it's optimism or stubbornness, but it works for him.
Did you just...
You have closed the refrigerator door.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I thought I was the only one who ever bothered.
I thought I was the only one.
I observed the tree closing at once.
Hey, Warlock, open up. This is my room, you know. And that would be my cassette cover.
You penned this pithy poetry?
It's not poetry, it's music. Hard rock. It's supposed to have guitars and bass and drums.
Simplistic scriptures, as is its scribe.
Okay, what's your deal, man? What did I do to piss you off?
Your lamentable leadership allowed the Madonna to leave when we needed her talents to travel to the telepathic realm.
Mantis had good reason to stay behind. We just need to get Nikki and get the hell out so we can find her again.
Your tenuous tactics trust too much to fortune. Can you confidently convince me your meager measures may amply manage this mission?
My meager what?
Your meager metal. We stand against an adversary unlike any before, blinded by burning, hope-fueled hate.
Magus, right, your evil twin. That's our adversary.
Before such a blaze, still a stooge may steer, but your wide-eyed wonder is merely wit and moxie. You strut as an insecure cock, uncertain of his stature.
Does that mean what I think it means?
This audacity acts as stilts on sand as the tide thralls you in. Leading must be wrought off the fullness of your yearning yoke. Will it be so?
Yes, absolutely.
Wise words. Sure and measured. But beheld by my bemused misgivings, your demeanor differs distinctly in direction from my more willful ways.
Maybe we can meet in the middle then.
Yes. An oath. Will you own an oath to operate with greater aggression? To give gravitas to gravid seasons of your soul and struggle not to stand on destiny's icy flows?
Sure, man. Whatever it takes.
Then assert it.
I swear I'll be a good leader. That I'll be decisive and that I won't let Mantis do whatever she wants.
I stand partially reassured.
What about you, Mr. Fancy Words? How do I know you won't see Raker and have a change of heart?
Why would I weasel away?
Didn't you used to be best buds with him?
We were common company for a fleeting fallow, through which I witnessed the incommensurable extent of his sadness. He mourns his lost son.
That's why he's doing all of this. The church, the matriarch? Because he wants to get his kid back. But that can't happen, right? Magus can't...
No. Cannot.
So? We can count on you? When you reunite with Raker, that man's gotta go down.
Indubitably.
So, how is he?
Frustrating. It's like talking to Suzanne Harris at the summer dance all over again.
Ain't that the Hume girl you tried to impress with your yo-yo skills?
Yeah, and it went about as well as talking to Mr. Cape.
What's a yo-yo?
explains why we ain't been able to reach Cosmo. If you don't answer it, they'll vaporize us.
I will handle this communication.
All yours, buddy.
Hail, traveler. Have you accepted the truth of a divine promise?
We have. My deceased wife and daughter are with me. We thank the matriarch for her gift.
May the promise be fulfilled. You are clear to land at the spaceport.
All them bars. And betting parlors.
And noodle joints.
Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
I assume it will be worse.
Raker rallies regiments while we wait whistling in the wings.
Landing as fast as I can, Gold.
What the flark?
Great! Cocoon Boy thinks he's a butterfly now!
He is a man of action.
Let's just hope that he can keep the church busy while we look for Nikki.
Didn't think you'd be able to bluff your way through security, Muscles.
I am quite adept at deception.
We're gonna need more than that to get to the Continuum Cortex and rescue Nikki.
Especially with Golden Boy jumping ship. Should we, like, try to find him?
Time is running out. We cannot lose focus if we are to save the girl.
Drax is right. Let's just hope Warlock can do a bit of damage on his side.
So, what happens if we find Goldie, but he's all beat up?
Then we place him in a safe location until we can tend to his wounds.
I think he means what if he's dead?
Yeah, that.
Then we place him in a safe location until we can give him a proper burial.
We're all a bit scared, bud. But we got no choice. We gotta extract that kid before whatever's inside her eats the galaxy.
I'm not scared.
I am scared. I live with fear every day. Knowing of its presence in my heart strengthens my resolve. It allows me to move past it.
Wow, okay. I guess we're all confronting stuff now.
If we are to risk our lives on this mission, we should commune together and intone a Catathian battle.
It's real sensitive about her singing.
Shame. Although it would have been incomplete without the battle drums. What is our plan if the matriarch is no longer in the Continuum Cortex?
She'll be there. She's gotta be.
It is unusual for you to refuse to think of backup plans.
There's no backup plan. We rescue Nikki here and now and put an end to Raker's church.
You're actually gonna miss Choga Dogs? I'm gonna miss Mantlos. And that place with the dancers.
And Alice Bar? Remember that time we caught a liquor thief under their sling boot table?
I remember how crap that liquor tasted. Who pays that much for rust juice?
What we should really worry about is if we find Warlock and he's turned on us.
Golden Man has made his allegiance clear. He will not join Raker.
Maybe not by choice.
It would take a lot to capture someone like that.
Weirder scuts happened. I hope we can salvage some stuff if we go through the market.
I'm Groot?
Not scavenging. I mean like salvage some mementos. Who knows what'll happen with Nowhere now that the church bulldozed it.
What I remember most about this station is our time together.
Yeah, that's real sentimental of you, Muscles.
Remember that time we got a contract to distribute pamphlets around the market? That one really made me question why I joined the Guardians.
Huh, do I remember? Quill had me put on that gross mascot costume. It smelled awful inside.
So, final showdown against Raker. This time, you'll get him for good.
I intend to. We're not leaving here without Nikki. Just so you know, I'll do everything I can to save the girl. I know it's important to you.
I am Groot.
Groot wants you to know he'll do all he can to save your kid.
You know what? I think I kinda understood that.
I am Groot.
Same here. Can't wait to whoop some robe flarkers. Your kid sure got herself in a deep, Quill.
Her mom died, man. If Warlock's telling the truth, that thing inside her is using Corell's death to manipulate her.
I get it. Ain't gonna be easy getting her out of there, but I'll die trying. Gotta make the Flarkers pay for what they did to Nowhere. And Contraxia. And all the killing and converting and stuff.
If we must catastrophize about the Golden One, I would consider the possibility of his skills being insufficient to stop the Church's forces.
Ready, Drax?
I am. My blades are as sharp as the rodent's tongue.
Was that a metaphor?
It was a simile.
Just wanted to make sure you didn't have any lingering effects from the promise.
I know the evil it conceals. Magus and the Church must be stopped. As we were leaving Lamentus, Peter Quill compared the Matriarch's predicament to that of a head vampire.
You take care of the Milano, okay? Make sure the ship's still here when we come back. Let's do this. Time to save Nikki.
Peter?
Okay. Just be cool. Let me handle these guys.
Welcome, travelers. Have you come to witness the fulfillment?
The what now?
The realization of the Matriarch's promise. The beginning of a new world. One without death, or pain, or fear. You should know this. Weren't you vetted and cleared to land here?
What? Of course we were.
How are you not aware of the fulfillment? Something is wrong. These heretics must be stopped. Attack!
Oh, you Drax! The blood cat's amping up his buddy!
Strength
short work of these
Those
cultist creeps!
weirdos deserve it!
Having fun preying on the weak?
This one just eats ammo!
What is next, Peter Quill?
Rocket! Zuko! Roast another cultist!
Having fun preying on the weak?
No fair! He's boosting everyone but us! Don't mess with Earth!
Wacko's better pray their new world comes without death or pain or fear. Cause I'm gonna kill him for flarking up this spaceport.
They have been very busy redecorating.
All the more reason for us to get to the Cortex.
Assuming we find the girl, how do we sever her connection with Magus?
We don't. If Cocoon Boy ain't around to suck it up afterward.
We'll just have to reason with her. I don't mean to pry, so I'll let you.
I will comply.
The rift's the end of the known universe, bud. Don't see how it figures into anything.
If the promise is to be realized here, Converted will be flocking in to witness it. Are we the only new arrivals?
We must be late, as usual. We need to move if we want to find Nikki.
Yeah, Quill's just doing some preparation work, I guess.
Well, we should prepare faster.
gonna try the stern father figure angle, are you, Quill?
Never worked for me. We're wasting time, Peter. I don't like the sound of that fulfillment thing.
I am Groot.
What was that?
He says you, seem tense. Anybody see any this way to the fulfillment signs?
No. I will inform you if I observe any.
Thanks.
Scott! Cosmos Tower's shut down.
I am Groot.
That's because it's never been dark before. You do realize some of the guys shooting at us were nowhere security?
This does not bode well for the dog.
Never was Lamott's biggest fan, but we could have used a backup telepath.
If Cosmo is on their side, getting to the Cortex could be a lot harder.
The Church believes they have already won, and must use that to our advantage.
Just because the tower shut down doesn't mean Cosmo is too. Last time we were here, he knocked out me, Gamora, and Drax, and Lady Hellbender's bounty hunters, like it was nothing. We just gotta have faith he's okay.
Really, Peter? Faith?
There does appear to be an excess of it stored here.
Sure are a lot of ships patrolling.
Just be thankful they aren't shooting at us.
Won't hear me complaining.
Dreading what we're gonna see in the marketplace.
The same thing we saw when we flew in.
Yeah, but it'll be up close. Nowhere really stunk sometimes, but...
Clark! Over there!
There's so many of them. I thought most nobodies would have rejected the promise.
Everyone wants something they can't have.
Yeah, but these crooks were suspicious of anyone giving them anything for free.
Yeah, I don't know, Rocket. Like Gamora said, everybody wants something.
The Church tailors their offer to the individual.
Seems to me most of them would give in.
Or they'd be killed. An easy choice.
They got Flark and Faith batteries everywhere.
Just like on Hallis Hope.
Perhaps they have built another giant ray gun inside the Continuum Cortex.
To siphon faith from multiple worlds at once? Is that even possible?
The energy ain't filling these batteries. It's moving away.
I'm surprised the church was able to seize the Cortex. It seemed pretty secure last time.
Wasn't half as secure as the dog thought.
The church's forces increased by the tick. Their superior numbers could have easily breached the defenses.
While we got just the 5 of us. Filling us all with confidence there, big guy.
When we are done here, we will need to tell a Rhapsodus about these adventures.
Oh, what?
They are the keepers of Catathian lore. This will be an epic tale.
I've been thinking about what Warlock said.
Which part? He hasn't stopped talking since we met him.
About how Nikki and that Magus thing might be too intertwined to save her.
Is that what he said? It's easier to understand Bug Lady. Don't suppose we could try tricking them again? Make them believe we're all promised up?
Not unless you can fake that purple glow they all seem to have.
Wonder if any of these fortune tellers saw this coming.
Unlikely. They were all charlatans.
Most of them were pickpockets and fences. Pretty useful people to know.
I had a contact here, rotations ago.
You did? Was it Blurf? No. Shudupun. Putz, maybe? Whoa. Cat-free. He always gave Groot the creeps.
I am Groot.
Shh! Try not to give ourselves away.
Get ready to die!
Do not fear death.
Don't mean we can't hurt him first. Beware!
My ruse was a moderate success.
More batteries the deeper we go. 100 units says they're tied to the fulfillment.
Priest said that they were bringing...
They can't raise the dead, especially after we save Nikki. Over here! Looks like we can squeeze through.
We must be close to Mantlo's bar. Can you see it?
Not really. There's a lot of debris in the way.
There is no way through this wall.
Could be a bunch of wackos just waiting for us on the other side.
Good point. Peter, you should find a way over to check.
What? Why me?
Ain't you the leader of this outfit?
I bet I could pull that chunk out.
You seen any way to...
Peter!
Well, that didn't work.
Clark, I'm going in.
What about the fanatics?
I'll toast him if I see him. We're the only ones that can do this, right? Clear back here, Quill. Looks like you're gonna have to yank a chunk free from this side, though.
If I can find a way over there. This looks sturdy enough for an anchor.
Sure, just tell me where.
Gamora, you should be able to get your sword in there now. Give me a boost.
Let's hope it holds.
Oh, Scott! Not Mantlo's. Look at her. This is personal, Quill.
I don't got all day.
I know how much you love this dive.
It was the one spot in this whole Flarkin galaxy where a guy could feel safe. I mean, except for the bar brawls and the security raids and the bounty hunters.
We'll drink to it later. Right now, we've got to keep moving. Thought so. Should be able to pull that chunk out. Okay. Gotta make a passage here.
There has been no sign of Goldie Braun since he left from our ship.
Adam Warlock.
Might be splattered somewhere across the lower city.
Or got picked up by a wandering creep squad.
Or maybe he was lying about which side he was on and is just waiting to attack us.
The Warlock carries an old grudge. He would not align himself with the Grand Unifier.
Yeah, what do we need the Golden Boy for anyways? We were doing fine without him.
I was not fine. Magus was devouring my soul. Your memory is suspect.
My memory is flawless. I'm just an optimist.
You know why we need Warlock to stop Magus' space magic ritual? We don't know space magic!
Yeah, because that ain't a real thing.
I'm not so sure anymore, not after Lamentus. None of this makes any sense, but Mantis gave us somebody who can fight it.
Somebody who also makes little sense.
Hickley, I think. He can deal with his evil twin.
Why do you cry, rodent?
I'm not crying. I'm just remembering all the jobs I did here.
What must it feel like to have one's soul torn in two?
If Magus was half my soul, I'd be happy to get rid of it.
I'd want to get rid of the Warlock part, too.
Sweep nearly complete.
More jerkies dropping in.
They'll be dropping like flies soon enough. Beautiful time for the big guns! That's how it's done! This looks like a dead end.
For some more than others.
There is still no sign of the Warlock.
Based on when he jumped, he's probably already in the lower city.
In a busted heat.
Improbable. He magically shaved when our backs were turned.
They must have started the fulfillment already.
Why?
I just figured there'd be more converted around up here.
Whoa. The Emporium used to be right here. Did the church destroy it?
Doubt it. The Collector probably blasted out of here at the first sign of trouble.
Before the first sign, the Collector's supposed to be able to see the future.
Oh, yeah? Never saw me coming, that's for sure. Had no idea I'd bust Brood out of there. Hero? Don't get all mushy on me now.
I've seen nowhere this desolated before.
No way. When?
If you wander about early enough in the morning, it is this empty.
Do you hear something? Like chanting.
No.
I could have swore.
Looks like the church is trying to keep us out of there.
That's not gonna work.
Peter Quill.
Guys, look down. It's an awful lot of light.
You're thinking it's the full Flarkman, ain't you? But it could just be runoff from the cables. Whatever these whack jobs are up to, they need a lot of juice.
Perhaps this is how they powered their fleet to reach Lamentus.
Nah, the Cortex could handle that on its own.
Nikki had Warlock's soul stone in her hand. What if it's fused there and Raker's trying to remove it?
Like you did with Goldilocks? Didn't work all that well the first time.
The girl may have sensed the evil in the stone and insisted they try again.
Or she's outlived her usefulness and Raker wants the stone's power for himself.
Regardless, we must reach the Undercity to find the girl and stop whatever they are doing.
And we'll have to be ready for them to try and stop us.
The converted ones will be prepared to die in order to bring their loved ones back to life.
Which is pretty